Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. And in this video we are going to be continuing on with our HTML tutorial series. And in this tutorial we are going to be covering another metadata tag in HTML. And this element you'll find yourself using quite often, perhaps more than base, and that is the link element. Now, what is the link element? The link element essentially allows you to link to various different resources. For example, it will allow you to specify a site icon. It'll allow you to specify those little icons on the touch bar of the MacBook Pros. It'll allow you to include manifests for progressive web applications, and we'll talk about what those are later on in another series. It'll allow you to include style sheets, so you can style your web page with CSS. It is a very powerful element. And so, how exactly does this element work? Well, I'm going to show you how this element works by showing you an example of how you would include a CSS style sheet. Now, keep in mind, we're not going to do any CSS, okay? We're not going to do any CSS in this series. That's not the point. But we will be using this quite a lot. Now, we're going to start off with a base element, and we're going to so I can demonstrate to you how that's used in conjunction with something like the link element. So we're going to start with base, href, and we're going to make this https://github.com. Okay, now we have our base element. Below that base element, we are now going to have our link element. And we type out a link element like this. So, less than link href equals. Now, in these quotation marks, we include the relative path. It can be absolute, but we're going to use a relative path for our resource. In this case, it's going to be a style sheet. We don't have any style sheet, mind you, but again, we're not going to get any like error in Visual Studio Code or anything. We're going to call this main.css. Then, because it's a style sheet, we need to include a rel attribute. And rel essentially we have to use rel to tell the link element what kind of resource this is. So rel equals style sheet, and optionally you can also put in the type, so like what kind of content does this have. You don't have to, but I choose to. So type equals text/CSS. Like that. And then we close it. So this is our link element. Now, this link will now refer to a resource called main.css at the root of github.com. Pretty cool stuff. Now, of course, main.css, as far as I'm aware, does not exist at that location, but again, this is just a demonstration and explanation of how base and link can be used in tandem with one another, while also teaching you the link element itself. So this pretty much does it for this video, guys. Thank you all so very much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.